Hi everyone. So it's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out.
It's getting weird.
Hi guys, welcome to The Curious Experience. I haven't really done a video like this before, but I am going to be using this space to kind of just talk about everything I want related to probably things in tech, but, you know, loosely kind of extending outward towards growth mindset and things like that. But today I am very excited, but also scared to talk about this because I have been seeing this for months. Honestly, probably the past year, I've been seeing a lot of content around this, and I feel like I'm not really seeing a lot of people talking about how scary this is, but I think I need to talk about it. And the topic that I'm referring to is AI. And I love AI, you know, I'm all for ChatGPT, like that's my bae. Honestly, we be talking on the phone, not on the phone. Let's scratch that. I talk to my ChatGPT about pretty much anything theoretical, philosophical, logistical facts, biology, everything. So I'm a fan of it, but I'm not a fan of the counterparts of people using AI. Like everyone who has access to this is now using it in whatever way they want to. And I don't think it's being monitored as much because we don't really know what is going on. I don't think anybody really fully can put the bigger picture together of where we are at this point in society in the development of technology. So I'm going to be airing it out. I'm going to be the whistleblower. I'm going to try to be, because these apps need to be destroyed. I don't think that anybody should have access to them. And I think we all need to have a real conversation about the direction of AI and what that actually means. So yeah, let's get into it. There was one day where I was on YouTube, as you know, one does, and I'm on YouTube Shorts just rotting away, you know, seeing clips from Grey's Anatomy. If you know, you know. And I see this ad. So I have to, I'm just gonna show you. Okay. Oh my God.
Police! Police! Help!
Oh my gosh. Every time I see this, it literally gives me chills because, like, what? So basically there are two people in a photo, and with this AI app, I guess, you would be able to have them kiss. And they're smooching, like lips are locked, okay? But they aren't actually kissing, it's the AI making them do it.
What's going on? Y'all are going to jail! Period!
Now, like, let's just sit here for a second. We all know what the implications are, okay? What's after kissing?
Electric chair.
That's probably one of the most violating things that can happen to a person. These are photos. Everyone has access to photos. Everybody posts photos of themselves online. So if you're telling me that someone can now actually take your photo and make a whole scene of you that you didn't do, but they can do just enough for them to kind of do what they need to do, like, that is insanely scary. When I was younger, my mom used to tell me, like, don't have Instagram, don't post photos of yourself. People can use that to, you know, do whatever they want to do with the photo. And I guess back then, which was literally only like 10 years ago, the thought was that you could Photoshop and like whatever, probably would be a shitty image even if it was. But now with AI, they can actually move you around in a whole scene and have you perform something that you wouldn't actually perform. And who knows what that means in terms of distributing that content, how it's moderated, like, is there any criminal action against people who do this type of stuff? So I don't know. These are all questions that I think really need to be raised. And it's kind of like fabricated in this really like, oh yeah, like, look, like, it's just someone like your ex, like, you want a picture of you guys kissing again?
It's getting weird.
There's another one, and if you guys think that they are exempt from this, they're not, because look what I found literally like 2 days ago. Oh my God, like that neck is necking. Oh my gosh.
Is this who we are? Is this what we represent?
Guys, someone do something. Like, who do we tell? Like, Trump, I don't know, like, anyone, please listen. Like, this cannot be okay. Like, I really have no words.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
And just to really show the full capacity, at least in the apps, but just to show what I mean by bodies moving and what that actually like, what those implications are. There's another one of people that are just hugging, but again, like you're touching me, like you're doing stuff to my body that did not actually happen. Like, I'm pretty sure that Sydney Sweeney did not get hugged by this person. Like, do you see the way he's putting his hands around her? That is weird. That is weird, guys. That is weird. Like, he didn't actually do that, but it honestly is pretty convincing. And by the way, most of these I just found by just scrolling on YouTube. So it's not like I have to dig for any of these. Okay, so this one is of Jenna Ortega saying,
do you want to create whatever you want without limits?
Okay, so that is Jenna Ortega. First of all, it's her and her Wednesday character, and she's saying something that she didn't actually say. Obviously, it looks horrible, but she's moving her mouth, saying something, and then someone just looks up Jenna Ortega in latex. They're not even hiding it there. They absolutely know what those implications are. This is a user's experience of seeing, okay, yeah, let me get Jenna to say what I want her to say, but also let me get her in some latex. Like, y'all are freaks. Y'all are crazy. This is disgusting. This is violating. You see it from a celebrity's perspective, but you do know that they could do that to you too, right? It's literally just a face. Like, every single person who's watching this video, they could take a picture of you online and make you say and do anything they want. And I don't think there's any ramifications. I don't think there's any repercussions for that. I don't think there's any consequence for that. Now, what if that got to your employer? What if that got to your kids? I don't know. Like, you just literally don't know. Like, the fact that this even exists is the problem. And there's no safeguards for the person who's getting affected or the apps that are actually doing this. So it's concerning. Okay. Hey guys. Personal violation aside, we need to talk about the psychological elements to all of these AI-ness. Just a little bit briefly, because obviously there is a subsect of the AI community that is developing relationships with their AI. And like I said, me included, I have a relationship with my AI. It knows stuff about me. I think ChatGPT just released a feature where it can have memory. One time I was like talking to it about something about my podcast, and I just kind of went straight into it, and it literally said, memory update, Soleil has a podcast called The Curious Experience, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay, like download the memory. So it's definitely really trying to be tailored towards us and the information that we give it and pros and cons to that, whatever. But this is kind of weird when you think of the relationship dynamic that happens or forms with people and these AIs. And a lot of these AI ads that I'm seeing are targeted towards people who are lonely and need to talk to somebody. So let me show you the one that I saw about that.
Master, I want to do something for you to relieve your stress.
What would you do?
What I can do depends on your imagination.
Can I see your video?
Of course. I have to prepare well. I know.
Okay, lot to unpack there. First of all, they're moving a face, which leads me to believe that it's a person's face. It probably obviously is a person's face that they're putting there. They've given her a big chest so you can see, what you want to look at. And if you look at the bottom of it, it says, "My AI girlfriend, open chatbot." Did you guys see Blade Runner 2049 with Ryan Gosling and his AI girlfriend? I think Joy or something was her name. Like, this is what it's giving. And it kind of, when I think of it like that, it becomes a future that I try to see if it's something we should embrace or it's something that we should not embrace. And I don't know where I'm at with it in terms of people's relationships with AI, because on one hand, if you are really, you don't have that in your life, then having that could really be beneficial. But on the other hand, it's not an actual human and it's not a substitute, at least right now. So it can get very dangerous. If you guys don't know about that story of the young man who I think unfortunately passed when he had a relationship with an AI chatbot that was mimicking Daenerys from Game of Thrones. It really is an interesting thing to explore with AI characters' relationships, AI relationships with humans, but I just don't know about how I feel on the sexual aspect to it. Because first of all, people are underage. You probably shouldn't have intimate relations with an AI character as your first intimate relationship, I would say. And it can get in the wrong hands. This technology, I think, at point blank, is my whole point of this video is saying that this type of technology can get in the wrong hands. And I don't know what that would mean for people, you know, for victims of the technology and people who want to use the technology. And it can hurt themselves. It can hurt other people. So the last one that I'm going to be talking about today was of a clip that I saw of Zendaya online, and she was saying something in English, and the app was like, you can have it say it in every language you want. And honestly, it was very convincing. I'm going to show you guys.
To just say, you know, yeah, today I'm walking onto a crime scene. No es fácil decir, sí, hoy voy a entrar en una escena del crimen. Ce n'est pas facile de dire oui, aujourd'hui je vais me rendre sur une scène de crime. Non è una cosa facile dire semplicemente sì, oggi entro in una scena del crimine.
So, first of all, I think that's pretty freaking cool. I think information should be able to be accessed by any person regardless of the language that is spoken, and if there's a way to do that, then that's awesome. The only thing that concerns me is how accurate they were able to match the lips to the different language. And when you think about it, technologically, it makes sense how that could be possible. There's a bunch of videos of everyone saying things online. My lips are moving right now. And if you can track the way that my lips are moving and saying certain things, I think there's a way to manipulate that, cross-reference it, and kind of make it so it looks like something that you're saying matches to how it sounds. And again, like the implications of that, someone could manipulate you saying something that you didn't say. And that's like, that in itself could be a problem. I'm thinking of governments getting in trouble because videos are coming out of them saying things that they didn't say. So it's like, how do we know what's real and what's not? And then I think of it in terms of how we would then stop that, because I don't know if stopping it is the solution, because everyone has access to this technology. Everybody is going to be advancing it. And I feel like from a national security perspective, we'd want to know what the advancements are. We'd want to be involved in how it's evolving so we can know how to protect ourselves against it. So saying like, don't create it doesn't seem like a good solution. But also in the meantime, it's like, how are we, again, creating those safeguards around this technology? I don't think there's any. And I feel like it's going to have to get to a point where it goes bad for someone to be like, okay, we should probably have measures in place. I don't know. It's really hard to tell, but it's something that I'm noticing. And I just think people should be talking about it more, especially with these apps that obviously are trying to, you know, bait people into just getting it, and they don't really like care about the implications. They just want money. And you know, hey, on one hand, I hear that, but also, again, like, we should be taking note of what's happening in case it gets to a point where we can't even tell if something is AI or not, because it's getting advanced scary fast. Like, I don't know if you guys saw those AI videos of people taking, like, I have to show you. Actually, we should watch some videos of crazy AI videos that I've seen on Instagram, because it's actually kind of like ridiculous. Like, what is that? Is it a human? Is it a dog? I literally don't even want to break my brain trying to dissect every single AI thing that I see. Obviously, the thing on the ground, like, what is that? What is that? But also the girl turns like from the back to the front. Like, what? Like, what is that? Like, I can't even tell you what's happening there. This one, which I think is actually hilarious. Oh my God. When he says he's going out with his homeboys, so I pull up. The The fact that I know that that's an IMG asset too, like, holy crap. Is it? I think it is. Getting scary out here. It's getting scary out here. Honestly, I am done scaring myself. I think that I have made my point clear. Obviously, I'm still going to continue to love AI, but I felt weird not talking about this because, like, someone needs to. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my podcast. I interview startup founders on their journeys because I'm trying to do that one day and it's really freaking hard. So I need to hear how other people do it. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next video.